Hey guys, today we're going to be showing you a video of how to replace a coil pack in a 2011 F150 3.5 EcoBoost engine. Had a little bit of shuddering the other day and decided to look into it. Had an engine code pop up with no engine light that was 0303, which means there's problems with the third cylinder malfunction. Sometimes when you have these problems, you can use a code reader to diagnose them, and what happens is you may read it one time and it comes up, and then the next time you read it, it will come up as zeros like it's doing with me right now. Sometimes you have to drive the truck a little further, push the gas a little harder. These trucks are known for this problem, and the engine light will go on and off and on and off over and over until it gets so bad that it will stay on all the time. But right now it's showing a zero code, which is a good thing that the truck's running good right now. But as soon as you were to go out and floor it, or if you're in damp conditions, the coil will come up again 0303. If it's a different cylinder number, it will come up as that number. This 2011 EcoBoost has 160,000 kilometers and around 110,000 miles on it. One coil has already been done on the 5th cylinder, and it's time to do the one on the 3rd now. Eventually they all will go, but you fix them as you need. I'm going to show you how to take off the top plastic piece of the engine and then take the coil out and replace it. It's a pretty simple job that you can do by yourself and save yourself some money at a shop. So hopefully you can see this okay. The first thing you have to do is take off the cap for the oil. And this here isn't bolted down, it's just fixed in little grommets. So you just give it a pull and it should come out just like that. And there's the top of your engine. It's a good idea to put the cap back on just in case you do have something fall. You don't want it to go down to the top of that because then you're into a rebuild. The cylinders are numbered. They're not actually numbered on the actual engine itself, but they are from the bottom: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. If you have to replace these ones over here, this is just a rubber piece that comes off that holds the plastic piece up. You need an 8mm wrench to get to it. There's the 3rd one that I'm going to be doing right now. So once you get your 8mm wrench on there, just take it and loosen this little bolt off. This is a known problem for these trucks. So if you have over 100,000 kilometers or 60,000 miles, if you have an American truck, this is something that is known to go. So the next thing you want to do, that clip right there, you have to pull that little red piece out so that clip comes off. So once you do that, this clip now should pull out. It's been on there for a while, so it won't come out easy. There you go. So once that's undone, you're going to need 2 hands to do it. That's why I had to pause the video. This little red piece here goes in and out just like that. Push it out all the way and then use 2 hands. Try not to pull on the wire because that's the last thing you want to do. Just get that wire out. Make sure that's nice and clear and clean around there. And try not to drop anything down there because that's bad news. Here's the actual coil itself. Normally these are in pretty good shape. You can't really tell what's wrong with it. The best thing to do, they're about $100 from any automotive store. Most stores don't carry them quite yet because it is still a new problem. The problem with these is they heat up too hot, so they don't last very long because the intercooler is too cold. and it puts too cold of air through the actual engine itself into the turbos, and these run far too hot. So they don't tend to last as long as Ford had originally thought they would. So at $100 a piece, you're looking at $600 to replace all 6. But don't do it all at once, because it's a nice easy job and you can get them all done when the code comes up. So there's the 2 there. They both look the exact same. So don't get them mixed up. I'm sure one's going to be cleaner than the other. So the one thing that you can do to test and make sure that is the problem is if you take one of them out and swap it with another one. So if, for instance, take out 3 and put it in 4, or take out 2 and put it in 3, swap 2 out and then drive the truck and see if a different code shows up. That's how we first decided that that was the problem, because it will move from one cylinder to another. Because it's not an actual cylinder problem, it's an upper cylinder problem in the coil. So if you change cylinders, or sorry, change coils of each cylinder, that'll tell you exactly what the difference is. So there's the 2. So all you have to do now is you can just plug this in down into the hole like that. You plug it in and then screw it down. Once you press the coil down, you shouldn't really be able to lift it. You should be able to tug on it a little bit and it should stay. So once that's down, you've actually pushed the clip on nice and tight. You should hear it click. Tighten this bolt here. It doesn't have to be overly tight, just snug. And that should look like the same idea when you're done. Then at the very end, take this cap back off. Make sure everything looks good and tight, clean. Bring this cap back over top. It should just clip down just like that. Tighten that back up, give it a good push down so all the 4 latches come out. And that's it. Hopefully I saved you guys a little bit of time and a little bit of money by not taking your car to the shop. It's a pretty easy job. 3.5 V6. This truck again is a 2011. It's got 160,000 K. Another problem can be with these misfiring is the intercooler. That cools the air that goes into the turbos. And what they've done is they've put a new piece here. This piece here, as you can see that I'm moving. The intercooler produces air that's too cold, and what happens is there's droplets of water that go in down, and this, when you're driving in wet or cold weather or any smog or anything like that, what can happen is the droplets go up and then into the actual engine itself, and it creates a misfire. No code will come up because it's not an actual problem and it's not diagnosed by the ECU or the computer. But that is another problem that these have come with. Some people put holes in the bottom of their intercooler. I wouldn't suggest that because you might run into a vacuum leak then. You can always take it out and clean it, or when it's hot out, put the pedal to the metal and just let her go. That'll clean all the water out of it. Shouldn't have any other issue though. My name's Luke from Canada. Thanks for watching.